The recruiting calendar continues to chug along into May, offers flying out to various prospects in the state of Arizona. Thanks so much for tuning in to the Venezia's Pizzeria Recruiting Roundup. I'm Jordan Ham, and we're going to kick things off with a big offer for an Castile offensive lineman, Brock Dew. He's a guy that has offers from the likes of Oregon and Washington State. The Ivy League has all pretty much offered him. A very impressive player on and off the field, multi-sport athlete, a wrestler, very high GPA, and he's a guy that adds an offer from the hometown Sun Devils. He's a guy that may not have the ideal measurables to be an offensive tackle at the next level, but perhaps a guard or center. I think that could be where his position future is at the next level. Big offer for Brock Dew. Keeping it with the 2021 offensive lineman, Isaiah Glass, Queen Creek, a guy that transitioned from tight end to offensive tackle. A lot of teams and programs like him because of his athleticism that he can bring to that position. He narrowed his list to a top 7, a lot of Pac-12, a lot of Big 12. He helped break down his list a little bit with me earlier this week.
Why now? Why go ahead and cut this list, kind of progress throughout your recruitment?
I think the biggest thing was a lot of coaches were still recruiting me, and schools that I probably weren't going to consider, and I don't want to waste their time in recruiting me and trying to put time and effort into it if I wasn't going to consider them. I feel like that was the best for them, for me, not to waste their time. And that's probably the biggest reason.
Do you have an ideal timeline on when you'd like to make a decision on your commitment?
Not really. I kind of wanted to take a few visits to kind of compare some places and how I feel there and stuff. But I guess that kind of got set back. I didn't really have a time, but it kind of got set back due to not being able to go anywhere right now. Mm-hmm. But never really had a certain time period where I wanted to commit.
2022 is already shaping up to be a very special class in the state of Arizona. When you look at the talent at the quarterback position, along the trenches, skill guys, a lot of talent in 2022 right here in State 48. And Nico Marchio, guy that hasn't played a snap yet in the state, but already has a laundry list of offers. Add to the list the USC Trojans, and he said that that's a school that's instantly cemented themselves as one of the programs that's really recruiting him hardest. He knows the history of a USC quarterback, obviously, has seen what Keaton Slovis can do, a year ago from Desert Mountain, already tearing it up for the Trojans. So that was a big offer for him. And then Anthony Lucas, I think these are the two top prospects recruiting-wise, offer-wise so far. The Chaparral defensive lineman adds Utah as well as Auburn, just continuing to add the Power 5 offers. And he's a guy that you can tell his best football is certainly ahead of him, has the skills, has the size, everything you want out of a prospect now. It's just fine-tuning things over the next couple of years. And Xander Werner continuing to clean up the tight end quarterback for Saguaro. He's going to be an athlete. They're going to put him on the field. He's going to make plays. That's what he did in the second half of last year specifically. Really had an impressive run as a tight end, catching balls from Tyler Beverett. He adds New Mexico State, another program that has come into the state and done a really good job the past couple of years. And then wrapping things up, Jacob Cisneros, the running back for Boulder Creek. And when you look at him, you just look at consistency. 9 of his 11 games last year, he had over 100 yards. A lot of those games, he had well over 100 yards, but this is a guy that can find the end zone a lot, but can really just turn out multiple carries. If he needs to be your workhorse, he can be the workhorse. He adds an offer from Yale. Another notable offer that jumped out, Richard Quete from Sunny Slope High School, if you know that last name. Cosmos and Eloy Quete, his older brothers. They were over at Central High School together. Twin brothers. Cosmos currently with Washington State. Eloy with NAU, and that's where Richard got that offer from, was from the Lumberjacks, so a first offer for him. So as you can see, we've all been social distancing, but the recruiting cycle has not slowed down at all here in the state of Arizona. Make sure to keep it to the Venezia's Pizzeria Recruiting Roundup each and every week on Sports 360 AZ.